Hi, I'm Debbie Hartner.
I'm Elsie Johnson.
And we are two sisters, Southern Cooking.
It's Debbie. So today I'm in the kitchen in Warner Robins and I'm going to be doing something that I have wanted to do for some time. I wanted to bring you a Cheesecake Factory inspired cheesecake, but it's going to be my own little twist and spins on it. So I hope that you enjoy it. Stay tuned and I hope you like it. Hey y'all, it's Debbie. So we are going to go ahead and get everything set up, ready to go. This is my 8-inch springform pan. So I go ahead and I just take that apart. I'm going to put down a cake board into my springform pan, and this will help me to be able to remove the cake without any difficulties. It just makes life so much easier to transfer and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and push this down the whole way to make sure it's all the way around, like so. So we're going to go ahead and get this sprayed with some baker spray. And I'm going to do this off camera so it doesn't splatter the camera. Okay. There we go. And I used Baker's Joy. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go ahead and crush up 9 of these graham crackers. And I'm also going to take probably maybe a half a cup or a cup of pecans, and I'm going to crush them up as well. And I'm going to put butter and a little salt and sugar into my mixture. And then we're going to make our crust with this. You could do peanuts, you could do almonds, you could put all of it in together. I'm just going to do some pecans. I think it'll add a little bit of extra brightness and flavor to it. And we'll be right back, guys. I am going to take 9 pieces of the graham crackers here, and I'm going to crush them up, and then I'm going to put them in here to finish emulsifying them. Now, if you have a food processor, you could do that. I don't. I do have a food chopper here, and I'm going to take a cup of pecans and put in, and we're going to go ahead and get those chopped up, and then we're going to put some butter into this mixture, and this will make the crust for our Cheesecake Factory inspired cheesecake. Now this is going to be a regular cheesecake. It's not going to be any particular special flavor. It's not going to be peanut butter or chocolate. It's not going to be New York style or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead, get this started, and I'm also at the same time going to go ahead and start emulsifying the pecans. We'll be right back. So at this time, I went ahead and chopped up my pecans and put it into my graham crackers that I was crushing in the mixer. I ended up adding 4 tablespoons of butter, a pinch of salt, and about a teaspoon of sugar at this time. Okay, so I ended up having to make a few adjustments on the ingredients. I added a little more of the softened butter, and I put a little bit of salt in there just to give it a little bit of a flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and get this smoothed out here. I'm going to compress these down so we can have a nice firm crust. See, as it looks right now, it's definitely not conformed. So just going to push this down here until I get it smoothed out the way I want it. You want to balance the taste of the sweet of the filling in the cheesecake. So you want to balance that a little bit. So the best thing to do would be to, let me just push this out, is to put a little salt and add just a little bit of like the savory for this to balance it out a little, because you want to not have everything overly sweet. You want it to be balanced. I'm just going to press this down a little bit more, and then we'll put it in the oven, and then we'll get ready to make our cheesecake filling, which I'm super excited about. You can do this with almonds, peanuts, pecans, walnuts, whatever you want. You can do these with vanilla wafers also, but I don't have any of those things on hand, so that's what I have. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in the oven at 325 for 10 minutes, and I'll be right back. Y'all, we're back, and I'm gonna go ahead and start putting in my 3 8-ounces of the cream cheese. This has been at room temperature since the middle of the night. I prefer to keep mine at room temperature because it makes it easier when you're breaking it down, and it doesn't leave chunks in your batter. So everything, as long as it's at room temperature, you should be okay. And I'm just gonna go ahead and sweep that in there. And we're gonna cream this to smooth, and then we're gonna slowly add in our sugar. Now, our crust is currently on the counter, and it is cooling at this time, so I normally don't like to leave my sour cream out at room temperature, so I take it out probably about maybe 10 minutes before I get ready to put it into my mixture, just so I don't have any kind of worries about contamination. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and smooth this out here, and we'll be right back, guys. As I was mixing in my 3 blocks of cream cheese, I ended up adding a steady stream of sugar. I didn't want to just dump it in. I did a slow, steady stream, and then I added in 5 room temperature eggs to the batter. Okay, so at this time, I'm just gonna shut it off for just a minute, because I'm gonna add in the flour. And I'm going to add in two teaspoons of vanilla. And 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. You can do fresh, or you can do the real lemon just like I did. All right, I'm going to turn it off right now because I don't want to overbeat it. Now at this time, I'm going to go ahead and add in the sour cream. That is the last step for this. I'm adding in 16 ounces of sour cream. And go ahead and get this started to be mixed up here. Cheesecake is poured and ready for the oven. It looks delicious, y'all. Hey y'all, so I just got this out of the oven. I cracked the oven probably about an hour ago, and it's cooled down enough that actually I can handle this without any difficulties. So what I'm gonna do is just run a little butter knife around the edge here So make sure that everything is released when I get ready to take it out. It looks fabulous. It's beautiful. Look at there, minimal on the side of the butter knife. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this out. Now this is my little cheesecake wrap here. It's like a little cozy. It's a silicone cozy that I put my cheesecakes in. Now I never have to worry about water ever getting into my cheesecakes with this. It always is dry. It's always delicious. It's great. This is what I use my water bath with, so I'm going to go ahead and pour the water out with that. And I'm going to get ready to put this in the refrigerator. Now I'll leave it in the fridge for about 5 hours before we actually cut it, so it sets up perfectly. But look at it. It's sitting up so nice and pretty right now. I'm going to go ahead and just put a plastic topper on it and cover it up, and we're going to have some delicious Cheesecake Factory inspired cheesecake.
Hi, I'm Elsie. And I'm Debbie. We're two sisters Southern Cooking. And we thank you for visiting our page. Please like, share, and subscribe.